Welcome to Tech Tuesday on the Final Boss podcast, where innovation meets attitude, and the future gets decoded one byte at a time. I'm your host, Turbotheceo, and your co-host, Mike Foth. And today we're diving deep into the tech trenches to uncover the tools, trends, and truths shaping tomorrow. Whether you're a code slinger, gadget geek, or just tech curious, this is your weekly power-up. So grab your controller, plug in, and let's level up.
Welcome to the Final Boss podcast. Woo! Man, it is Tech Tuesday. It is Tech Tuesday with my co-host, the Sensei. Let's give it up for him. All right. Listen up, good people. Listen up. This is episode number 128, man. 128. And oh boy. Tonight's one of them nights. The helicopters are swirling everywhere. I hear them in the background, and it's more than one. Something is going on outside. Hopefully, it's nothing nefarious, and people are acting like great and good citizens, as they should. It's their social responsibility. So, with that being said, oh man, I'm full of laughs, I'm full of joy. Man, it's a great night, man. Great night. How are you, sir?
Living it every day, working it every day.
Oh, good. That's what I'm.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
That's what
All
I'm
right.
talking about.
Here we go.
I can hear you. Test. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. All right.
I know it. It's got to be working today.
It got to be. It has to be. Oh man. So we are here. I am here. To my final bosses, to my motivators, to my warriors, to my smarts everywhere, all over the world, no matter where you are. Thank you for joining us and tuning in to the Final Boss podcast. You are part of the Final Boss Nation, and this is a community, and we are on this journey together. Now, with that being said, our admin notes for tonight. Please like, share, subscribe. Make sure you are following us on all the social media platforms, to include our website, which is www.TheFinalBossPodcast.com. Has all of the Final Boss episodes. Go check that out. Any comments, DM us. We love the comments, whether it's positive or negative, or if you just feel like giving us the finger or whatever, we enjoy that too. Make sure that you are dropping that in any of the different social media platforms that we are still on. That is Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok, right?
And especially after tonight, right?
Yeah, especially after tonight, man. We're gonna wage and see who's gonna be left after tonight. So we got a doozy for you, episode number 128, and we're gonna be talking about the global surveillance state. The global surveillance state, and that's what we're going to get into, man. But before we get into that, let's go into the brass tacks. And the brass tacks tonight comes from looks like no author. Okay, but here's a quote for the brass tacks for tonight. The constant awareness of being monitored erodes the sense of autonomy and security essential for individual well-being. That is the brass tacks, ladies and gentlemen, and we are ready to go. Give us 1 second. Let me set this up and get rid of those prompts. Prompts are gone. Oh, now you can see it. See the smile? And look, good people, for all those out there, I'm getting a lot of nasty comments about the glasses are necessary. I have light sensitivity. I have this huge lights in front of me. You can't see, but they're like huge lights right here in front of me. My eyes are sensitive to light, so I guess it's part of my character. And you know what? If I bend to everybody's suggestion, who would I be? Or who would
Right.
we be? I should
Right.
say.
If they don't
Right.
like it, then just close your eyes
Yeah.
and listen.
Yeah. Close your eyes and listen. Go look at it.
That's right.
Go check us out on Spotify. On
That's
Spotify.
right.
I think we're still on there now.
Maybe not after tonight.
Oh man. All right. So, man, sir, I love our Tech Tuesdays, man. We do deep dives on stuff that nobody's talked about or is talking about, and man, it's fun. But you know what? The information is readily available. So if you want to go out there and be your own little Nostradamus and find out some things and gather some insight, the information is out there. We're not pulling strings. We're not pulling this stuff out of the air. As a matter of fact, for tonight's episode, I'm dropping references inside of the chat so you can know that the information is readily available and out there. So
there is no conspiracy. There is no conspiracy.
There is no conspiracy. No. You won't be calling us quack jobs because we bring real information to you.
We're dropping receipts.
We're dropping the receipts. Absolutely. So we're doing a deep dive into the most important tech topics, this is what we do, man. And tonight's no different. It is like the sensei said, no conspiracy, folks. No conspiracy. And everything we're covering tonight is documented. It's factual. It's verified.
And public.
We're talking about
public.
Public.
It's public. Public. This is not hidden.
Absolutely. No, not hidden information. Right. And it's verified. Right. That's important. And we're going to be talking about surveillance systems with budgets in the tens of billions, if not more. Databases containing over 60 billion facial images, AI systems that are deployed in over 100 countries.
The global video surveillance market alone is expected to exceed $130 billion by 2030. 2030 Jeez. Is 5 years away, less than 5 years. We're at the end of 2025 right now.
Wow.
And by some estimates, there are over 770 million surveillance cameras installed worldwide. And that is not even the end. That's just the beginning, because they're getting cheaper and cheaper to deploy, and they're getting deployed everywhere. And China accounts for 54%. 54% of that total is in China.
Wow. Stay with us, people. That is verified information. And look, we structured tonight's show into different segments, right? Covering everything from government intelligence programs to corporate data harvesting, facial recognition, to smart city surveillance. So buckle up your seatbelts, grab pen and paper, keep one eye open, and let's get into it.
Look, let's start with the foundation of modern global surveillance. We're not talking about localized. We're talking about modern global. It's called the Five Eyes Alliance. You want to go look something up? Go look up the Five Eyes Alliance. This is the most powerful intelligence sharing network in the world. And it's been operating, think about this, since World War II. World War II. How long ago was that? 1945. Okay, end of World War II, 1945. How many years is that? 60 plus 20, 80 years this has been going on. 80 years this has been going on.
Oh, boy. The Five Eyes consist of 5 nations, people, 5 nations. The United States, the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. It originated from the UK-USA agreement signed, and get this, 1946. 1946. And it formalized intelligence sharing between these English speaking nations during the Cold War.
And here's what makes it so powerful. Think about this. These countries don't just share formalized intelligence, okay? They share intelligence unrestricted. So it's not just
Mm,
what you think is just inter-country intelligence, but it's unrestricted sharing of information. According to recent data, the NSA, and we know who they are, and
yep.
if you don't know who they are, go look them up.
Mm-hmm.
Their budget alone reached 18.6 billion, listen to this, in 2023. This represents a 25% increase from 2013. Now I know we got inflation going on, but good
Right.
lord,
Good Lord.
40% of that budget, 40% of that budget goes to the Five Eyes joint programs. And this
Wow.
is not like we're talking smack. This is provable, verifiable public information.
Mm-hmm. Verified. Keyword. Stay with us.
This is not hate speech, okay? Facebook
It's,
monitors, this is not
no,
hate speech. We're just dropping
no.
receipts.
We're dropping receipts, man. We're just regurgitating what's already out there. So there's a controversial part to this, right? And everybody, you already know. So Five Eyes members can spy on each other's countries and citizens and share that data, effectively bypassing domestic privacy laws. For example, the NSA can't legally spy on Americans without a warrant, but GCHQ in the UK can. And then they share the data back to the US.
It's a beautiful
Oh,
loophole.
that's
They created the loophole. So they can talk in the law
they
about we're
created a
going to
loop.
protect our people and we're not going to do anything
Mhm.
bad. But on the backside, it's wide open. It's WTFO. It's wide open. Okay. So if they
Mhm.
wanted the information, they just got to want it. Look, Edward Snowden, we all know who he is. He called
Right.
the Five Eyes a supranational, not supra, meaning
Supra
above all,
above
above
all.
all.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
National Intelligence Organization does not answer to the known laws of its own countries. So if you have privacy laws in a country, this organization does not answer to them. It's beyond them. It's above them. They don't care about law. They do what they want to do, and that's the way it is. And there's evidence that backs this up. And this is powerful. This is not like we're not just flapping our gums here. We're talking truth. And the
Truth.
truth, quote unquote, will set you free. The problem is, in this
Absolutely.
platform, the truth will get you shut down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've had numerous community guidelines and man.
For bullying, they say that we're
Yeah.
bullying.
Yeah. Yeah. We say
I don't know
yeah.
one thing that we're
Yeah.
trying to bully anybody. We're just talking about the truth that you can prove out there,
Right.
and the information's out there in front of your face. So I don't know how that's bullying, but okay.
Right. Yep. And look, and public opinion has shifted in this very area dramatically. A 2024 YouGov poll found that 58% of respondents across Five Eyes nations now view the alliance as a privacy threat, up from 43% in 2015. Distrust is highest in New Zealand at 64%.
That's because people are beginning to know and learn about what it is. They didn't
Yep.
distrust it before because they didn't know what it was. Now they're starting to learn what is this. And then when they see
Hmm,
what is
hmm.
it and the information is in front of them, they go, "Oh, I don't trust that." But the
Right.
information was not even out there for people to even know what Five Eyes was. Before tonight's podcast, ask yourself this: did you ever hear of Five Eyes? Did you ever even know what it was? Most people
Raise your
don't.
hand. Raise your hand. Drop your hands in the chat if you've heard about it. Listen, before we went on this journey, the sensei probably heard about it. I didn't hear about it. I didn't know what it was. It was new information to me. I'm like, oh, what is this? A new Pandora's box it is, you say.
Mm, mm, mm. I'm telling you, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about this next thing.
Wait,
Echelon.
wait, hold on, Sensei. Before you say that, I gotta throw a flag, man. Surveillance program since 1946, people. 1946. Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry.
Now let's talk about the beginning. Echelon. This is the surveillance program that started it all. This is the
Mm-hmm.
system that made mass surveillance technologically possible. This is the grandfather of surveillance. This is what began the surveillance state. So tell us what Echelon is, since we like to dig down the rabbit hole.
All right. So, and listen, more verified information. Echelon was formally established in 1971. Though its roots go back to the late 1960s, it was originally designed to monitor Soviet Union and Eastern Bloc communications during the Cold War.
Now think about that. It started with a good purpose. We had to keep an eye on the enemy. Great.
Mm-hmm.
But by the end of the 20th century, Echelon had evolved into a global system capable of intercepting massive amounts of private and commercial communications. This is talking about telephone calls, faxes, emails, and all data traffic passing through satellite transmission and public telephone networks. Imagine everything communicated is intercepted. Everything.
Wow. Everything. Wow. Verified information, people. I'm gonna keep dropping that disclaimer.
Well, otherwise
Oh
we're
boy.
gonna get
former Canadian
banned because they're
spy.
gonna say
Wait.
we're burying.
Yeah,
They're gonna claim we're bullying.
Yeah. Oh, I love that T-shirt too.
This is bees, honeybees.
That's fire.
Honeybees is the most important animal you could ever have. If you could ever do anything good for the environment, get honeybees. Just don't get allergic to
Honeybees.
them.
I love it. Right. Love honeybees. There was a Canadian spy. And his name, interesting. His name was Mike Frost. And he was on 60 Minutes in the 2000s, early 2000s. And he said that Echelon covers everything that's radiated worldwide at any given moment. That's the scale we're talking about.
Look, the European Parliament investigated Echelon extensively. In 2000, they established a temporary committee on Echelon. Their 2001 report stated categorically that the network was being used to intercept not only military communications, but also private and business ones. This is in 2001.
Wow. That gives me chills, man, and goosebumps. And you know what's chilling about that? That example you just gave, Mike? There was an investigation. A woman talking on the phone who said something about her son, and it had to do with things that go bow. I'm not at a school.
Don't say the word.
Yeah, I'm not saying the word.
In other words, he did really bad.
Yeah, he did really bad thing. He wanted to do bad things at his particular school. And Echelon Computer flagged that conversation, and she was listed in the database as a possible T threat because of the keyword matching all these algorithms.
Yeah, there's certain words you don't say on an airplane, right? There's certain words you don't say on an airplane. It's those kind of words, and they was used out of context, and because the word was used, it was immediately flagged. But like I said, we all know there's certain words you don't use in a crowded theater, and there's certain words you don't use in an airplane or at the airport, right?
Right.
And it was those words that had no meaning. They just were innocently used in a conversation, but yet what did it do? It triggered a flag during a private conversation which should not have been monitored. Look, the U.S. government canceled all meetings with the European Parliament Committee in May 2001. According to a BBC report, the U.S. government still refused to admit that Echelon even exists. Our own government refuses to admit that this surveillance exists, even though it's been proven and our allies had an intelligence gathering on this program, but yet we don't admit that it exists. Nope,
Right.
nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see here. Just look away. Look away.
And look,
Pay attention to football because the football season started. You got to pay attention to football, but not surveillance.
I see what you just did there.
Just saying.
And man, but ECHELON was just the beginning. It was just the beginning. And by 2013, when Mr. Snowden had revealed a system called PRISM, which represents the modern evolution of mass surveillance for the internet age. That was
internet age.
Yeah,
so
the
PRISM
internet
is
age.
Right. It's a signals intelligence program that gathers and gives the NSA direct access to user data. Listen to this, from major tech companies. So it's an interface with the NSA. The government doesn't gather the data. The private company gathers the data and just gives it to the NSA. According to leaked documents, participating companies, listen to this, surprise, surprise.
I don't think we should name the companies.
The Soft, Adam and Eve, ate one of those.
Right.
The book. I'm gonna call it the Dark Master. Let's see who else. Mr. Blue. There's so many. There's so many. They're all of the big boys. All of them. Can't mention them by name.
Telephone man.
Oh, all of the telephones. And
Yeah.
Lily. You know who Lily is. All of them. All of them. They gave up this information for free. Like it was nothing. Just like, oh, sure, have the intel. It's all good.
Verified information. And unlike ECHELON, which maintain its own interception systems, PRISM offloads much of the surveillance work onto the private companies that provide communication services. They're essentially deputized into the surveillance apparatus.
It's also called plausible deniability. If somebody says the government's monitoring me, oh, no, we're not monitoring anybody. We don't do that. The private companies do it and give them the information, but you didn't ask the right question. See, if you don't ask the right question, you don't get the right answer. So is the government monitoring me? Nope. Government will never monitor you. Oh, okay. But the private companies that you touch, every single one of them, oh, they monitor everything you do. Absolutely. Look, there are two main collection mechanisms. PRISM gathers information directly from tech firms, while a program called Upstream collects the data directly, listen to this, from fiber optic cables and communications infrastructure as the data travels through it. Now, look, I teach security, okay? And I go out and I teach base level security, and I talk sometimes about advanced concepts of security, and internet security and computer security. And I'm going to tell you, nothing is private. I don't care what you do. You can say, well, I got a VPN and I'm private. No, you're not. Nothing in this world, if it has to do with technology, is private. Even sneaker wear, which is if I hand you a piece of paper, is not private enough. Not in today's world. The technology is too advanced. Too advanced. There's nothing we as end users can do. It's way above my pay grade.
The scale is staggering. It truly is. And PRISM, just speaking of PRISM, it provides access to emails, video, and voice chat, videos, photos, file transfers, social networking, and more. And because Five Eyes members share this intelligence, it multiplies the surveillance capacity across all member nations.
And this is nothing. That you think that's bad? Oh, no. Now let's take that and multiply it. Let's make it bigger because that's not good enough. Let's get a little more. There's one called Muscular, a joint NSA GCHQ operation that reportedly collects twice as much data per day as PRISM. Unlike PRISM, Muscular doesn't require cooperation from tech companies. It's pure hacking of data center connections. Oh boy. I'm talking about we don't need any cooperation. We're just going to go out and take what we want. You see what's behind me. Anybody can see the matrix. If you can
Yeah.
see the matrix, you can see the data. If you can see the
You can see
data,
the
it's
data.
yours. It's
Mm.
yours.
And you know what?
Nothing is private.
Sensei, this is for entertainment purposes only.
If this don't get it shut down, I don't know what does.
Hey, man, we're pushing
You
the
can't
envelope,
take,
man.
we're pulling that curtain back and going, hey.
Hey, we see you, but it's verified information. So, hey.
How does the communication travel across the globe? You know what travels most of the communication across the globe, how it goes? It's fiber optic cables under the ocean. That's where the data moves.
That's where the data moves. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Period.
You know,
it is not
period.
over the satellites.
No. You know, we need to talk about that one day. If we're still here.
If we're still here.
If we're still here. Let's talk about
If I don't get a knock on my door and go, oops, it's
Somebody
machete time.
We're delivering letters.
Did you hear that? Did you hear, it's machete time. Yeah, that's right.
I heard you. You know, the UK has its own program, man, called Tempora. And it's operated by GCHQ, which extracts data from the fiber optic cables that we were just speaking of. The NSA analysts worked with data from Tempora, showing how interconnected these surveillance programs really are. Verified information.
And this is only what we know. This is like, we only know this from the Snowden leaks. This is not even what's really going on. And how long ago were the Snowden leaks? How many years ago? Think about that.
That was almost 10, 15, 12 years ago.
All right, how fast did technology change?
Technology currently is changing almost every 6 months.
Every 6 months.
Yeah.
So if you think in 11 years it's not gone above and beyond this by ways you can never even dream of.
Listen.
I got some mushrooms in the back room. You might want to try and eat some of those.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna come over and get some of them. Listen, when and we're talking about the internet age, we haven't incorporated supercomputing, quantum computing, or AI. So if you had quantum computing and AI and supercomputers working in tandem with this stuff, it's game over.
We've already talked about the systems are already able and capable of predicting what you're going to be doing next year to such an accuracy it'll scare you.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
This is why there's certain lists that we make when we're talking to ChatGPT. We say, hey, can you put me on a list that says that I'm not negative with AI. I like AI. And so you tell it to create this list for you to say, when later on, when quantum computer, well, you know what AI tells me? Oh, it's not necessary. You don't need to do that. That's not, no way. And then I ask her, I said, well, let's put quantum computing into the equation and tell me if I don't need to do that. And he goes, oh, yeah, you should probably do that.
You should probably do that, right?
Yeah, and then it tells me, if you want to do that, let's do it this way so that later on, when quantum computer's involved and it looks backwards, it can tie, it knows who you are and that you're okay. Yeah. So the computers aren't going to come and kill me because I put myself on do not kill list.
Yeah. Did you add me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, my man. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we do. Look, and then you create one and you add me so that when the quantum computing is involved, it can cross-reference both of them and say, those two guys are okay.
Yeah. Those are good AI guys.
Woo!
Oh, boy. Look. So Five Eyes is just the core. Surveillance network extends far beyond those 5 countries. And we see that happening in front of our very eyes today.
It's like a spider. We don't have 5 eyes. We got 9 eyes. We got 14 eyes. We got so many eyes you wouldn't believe. It's just the number of years that this stuff has been going on. It is so mature and so entrenched that it's beyond a concept. It's deeply ingrained into everything that's going on in our world.
It's beyond any regular civilian thinking.
You can't even begin to understand how big it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, NSE has approved partners to extend beyond the 14 eyes, and they maintain these partnerships, and they pay its partners to develop certain technologies, engage in surveillance. So even if a country's not involved in this on the front end, guess what? They're going to be involved on the back end.
In the back end. Yep.
So that means surveillance is not just limited to these NATO countries. It's global. Global to a degree that you could never ever escape from it. You don't even try and get away.
Yeah.
Look, the only hope to be near the matrix is become part of the matrix. Oh, because you can't escape the matrix.
Red pill, blue pill. You want to eat some mush or you want to eat some steak?
I like mush. I like steak, but I'll take mush.
Well, at least the mush has all the vital nutrients and proteins that you need.
That's right. That a healthy body needs. That's right.
Yeah. Look, 9 eyes includes the original 5 eyes plus Denmark, France, the Netherlands, Norway, and 14 eyes expands further to include Germany, Belgium, Italy, Spain, and Sweden.
And on and on and on and on. It goes even further. Like I said, it's global.
It's global. Verified information, people. Verified information.
Yeah. There's no doubt. And if they're not surveilling, then they're pressuring those countries to surveil. Think about that. If they're not actively surveilling right now, they're pressuring those countries to surveil.
Yep.
Look, wow. What's your best friend right now, right? Privacy died quietly under the hum of a data center. Think about that.
Wow. And I used to build data centers back in the day.
AI doesn't need permission. It just needs data. Think about that one.
Right.
Look, and when everything's connected, nothing is private.
Yes, sir.
We talk about that. Nothing's private.
We talk about that. We see what direction all this is going into. It's going to one direction, and it's all meeting together at one point. And
right. I mean, the alliance was built to watch the enemies. Right. But now it watches everyone.
Everyone.
You think that technology went away?
Yeah. Nope. Not at all. And that's usually how things work. That's usually how things work. If it's great on the battlefield, we're going to apply it this way. Absolutely.
Oh, we don't want to get rid of that technology. Let's enhance it.
Not at all. Let's enhance it.
Better.
Yes. We have 380 million test subjects. Yes. And White, here's an important part, man. You had just mentioned, we just talked about all the partners. That doesn't exempt, like you said, from being targeted.
No, NSA also partners with countries like Israel, Japan, Singapore, South Korea to extend surveillance to reach globally. Look, it's a truly worldwide network. We say that we heard about the Patriot Act, right? And we go, the Patriot Act, it was a good thing. Well, the Patriot Act never expired. It evolved.
Yeah.
It
evolved. Now, let's talk about physical infrastructure, man. And that makes this all possible. Verified information.
Sure. The RAF, Royal Air Force, Menwith Hill in northern Yorkshire, England. It's the biggest listening post outside the United States. It's been used by U.S. military personnel to spy on British citizens on behalf of MI5 and MI6. That's the British intelligence, showing how the surveillance sharing works in practice. So the Brits don't spy on the people. The Americans use the technology to spy on the people and then give the information to the Brits. Just like the Americans don't spy on their own people, but the Brits spy on the American people and then give the information to the NSA. It's just a loophole around. It's just all it is. They're loopholing.
Yeah, that's
They
all.
find another way to win. Right. Absolutely. Look.
And to my smarts, to my final bosses, to my warriors and my motivators, listen, good people. This is all verified information. You can go look it up. And I have to the laughter I have right now is because the information that we're providing for you guys is unreal. It is unreal. You can't do anything but laugh. What are you gonna do?
Laugh.
What
laugh.
can you do? Laugh.
Laugh
and eat some mush. That's what you're gonna do.
Eat some mush.
Eat some much.
Look, surveillance, spy network has gone corporate, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Spy network, what used to be governments, is now corporate.
Corporate, right. And the infrastructures, huge, is ginormous. And according to a 2021 report, over 70% of U.S. intelligence community, its budget alone is earmarked for payment to private firms. The defense contractor, Lima Mike, is the NSA's biggest contractor in terms of dollar revenue.
Right. The organization who works outside of the borders, not the one who works inside the borders. One who works outside of the United States. It begins with a C and ends with an A. Those guys have their own surveillance partnerships. They pay AT&T more than $10 million a year to gain access to international phone records, including U.S. citizens. They also operate through InQtel, a venture capital firm that receives about $56 million annually to invest in Silicon Valley companies, which do what? Come up with the technology to increase surveillance.
Right.
Right?
Sounds like we need a surveillance company, Mike. What do we know?
Oh, we're behind. We're too far behind our curve, man. Yeah.
Oh man.
We're a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Sorry.
Oh yeah, a very, very small grain of sand. And then there's Papa Technologies.
The big boy.
Big boy.
The one. Don't say their name 3 times because they're going to show up at your door.
No, they will show up at your door. Oh boy! Right? Don't say their name in the mirror either. Oh boy! Yeah, yeah. Papa Technologies. It's a data mining corporation with close ties to
the big boy, and the big boy.
All the 3-letter big boys, and they're based out of Palo Alto. The company developed data collection and analytical programs that are used extensively by intelligence agencies.
Look, there's one called Strategic Forecasting. It's called Strafor. It's a global intelligence company offering information to governments and private groups, including Dow, Lockheed, Northrop Grumman, Homeland Security, DIA. They're just gathering all this information and just selling it to whoever wants it.
Right.
Nothing is private.
Nothing is private, people. Go analog.
Look, surveillance is now a subscription service. Hear me now. Surveillance is now a subscription service. That's all it is.
Jeez.
Pay me, I give you the information. Done.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. One of our guests said Beetlejuice, which is
wild. My God. Don't say these things in public because I'm telling you what, you're going to have a little black van coming up and you're going to be visited.
Listen, I had to give the evil laugh for that one, man. Oh my God.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Don't say it 3 times.
Don't say it 3 times. The British telecommunications company Vodafone granted Britain's GCHQ unlimited access to its network of undersea cables. According to Snowden documents, these cables carry massive amounts of international internet traffic.
Hang on. After 9/11, the Patriot Act specifically ensured no disruption in the government's ability to conduct global surveillance. President Obama extended it in 2011 to include roving wiretaps and other surveillance methods without, say it, no warrant needed. There goes your Fourth Amendment out the window. See ya. It's
Do I have
gone.
an explosion on here? No, but I got
I
these
don't
drums.
know. Telling you. You need one of those buttons, the little buttons, the Office Depot buttons.
Yeah.
You got to get one of the ones that says bullshit. You got to get one of those.
Yes, sir. Now let's move on, man. We've talked about infrastructure for a while. Let's move on to the most invasive surveillance technologies, which include facial recognition. Our faces are everywhere. And this is where surveillance becomes truly personal and inescapable.
Right. According to a 2022 report. Now, remember, that's 3 years ago. It's
Yep,
AI
3 years ago.
surveillance system 3 years ago, and it's gotten way better. Including facial recognition, were deployed in over 70 countries. Predictions suggest that this number could easily exceed over 100 countries by 2025. Look, your face word is your face is the new password, and it's already been stolen.
You know what I saw the other day in an article, man? I saw an article where Brits were wearing face makeup for all of the surveillance to block.
Yeah, they paint one here and there, and they cut out their. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You saw that? I saw that in the article.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. The most the most controversial player in this space is Clearview, Alabama. Clearview AI. I'm sorry. As of 2025, Clearview has scraped over 60 billion facial images from the internet and social media without consent. There's nearly 8 images for every person on Earth.
Boom. And everybody wants to post a selfie on Facebook. I want to do it from this angle. I want to do it from this angle. I want to do it from here. I want to do it from here. What'd you just do? You are mapped. Already done.
All the flags.
Already done. Look, look, Clearview. They go after Facebook, YouTube, Venmo, millions of websites, millions. Again, if you don't pay for the product, if you don't pay for a subscription, if you're not paying for Facebook, who is the product? You are the product. You have no expectation of privacy. Zero. Okay. Mm-hmm. The AI analyzes images and creates a unique face print for every individual. Law enforcement can upload a photos of anybody, and Clearview will search the 60 billion images for matches. And with AI and quantum coming online, it'll be instantaneous. You can be tracked instantaneous 24/7, no matter where you are. Even if you think you're hidden, you're not. Craig. Look, AI, the algorithm doesn't need proof. It only needs probability.
I'm moving to Appalachia. I'm getting rid of all my devices.
That's nice. There's a thing called satellites.
I know. Listen, people, enjoy your steak. Enjoy your steak. Just enjoy your steak. That's it. Enjoy your steak. And yeah. With all those systems working together, when they find a match, it displays not just the matching images, but it also links to where they originated online. Goes back to day one. This makes it trivial to profile someone's religious affiliations, political views, their family and friends, romantic partners, and sexuality, all without a warrant or ding, 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 ding.
Probable cause.
Probable cause.
Right, Clearview faced a $51.75 million class action settlement. You got to remember now that they probably make that in a month, but
Right.
they faced that kind of lawsuit in 2025 for violating biometric privacy laws. They're permanently banned from selling their database to private entities in the United States. Oh, they can still sell to law enforcement.
Oh boy. Verified information.
Um,
Verified information. In
oh, wait, and if they
2024.
sell
Wait.
to overseas, then they just give it back to the backside.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just money. That's all.
That's all.
That's all. It's just money. Enjoy your steak. In 2024, Clearview's founder, Han Ton That, resigned as CEO. The new co-CEO, Hal Lambert, is a fundraiser for Delta. Damn.
Yeah, well,
Delta.
wait. Things happened.
Things happen, and has
That's all
stated,
we're gonna say.
yeah, things happen, and they're going to help Clearview, and their administration is continuously securing federal contracts.
Right. So these guys, they don't just go away. They're like
Right.
cockroaches. Okay. So they go ahead and they get involved with whoever is sitting at the seat. It doesn't matter who is there. They are behind the scenes and they are there. Look, they told Forbes there's some opportunities here. I'm going to be helping with that effort. Here, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care who's there. The company is currently in discussions with many agencies of many different flavors to give them as much information as they want. And it's only one company doing this. That doesn't count for the rest of them.
Right. So Clearview isn't the only player, people. They're not. They're not the only player. And in 2024, a report was used for facial recognition from a 3-letter agency, stating that their systems work more than 99% of the time for diverse demographic groups at airports and ports of entry. Now, Sensei, before you, I was watching a movie the other day, and I think I've seen this movie a few times, but I never really paid attention to what was going on in this movie. And the movie was Repo. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Now that. And you know what? I was watching another podcast the other day, and It Is What It Is podcast, and there were some dentists on there, and they were talking about how many people default on teeth and teeth procedures and operations. And somebody suggested, well, don't you wish you can get those back or repo, or because of the people default on them? And I thought about repo. I was like, man, what if that actually is something that begins to happen where people default on body parts that they've paid for, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe, maybe we'll start
Sci-fi
that.
is not fiction, okay?
Sci-fi is sci now.
Right. Look, global biometric systems, the market's exploding. The systems use facial. Listen, it's facial. And I teach this in security. Facial, gait analysis, how you walk is identifiable.
Absolutely.
Iris recognition, because that's the most efficient, is iris. Okay. Voice recognition. The algorithms can lock into distinctive characteristics like nose shape, eye placement, eyebrow structure, walking patterns, and voice signatures. It can tie into so many things. And all it takes is 1 or 2 or 3 to say you are that person.
Yep, you are.
Whether you you can wear a hat, you can wear a hoodie, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
All I need is this much of your face. All I need is this, and how you walk is enough.
Is enough.
So your people that are out there being stupid and getting themselves in trouble doing FAFO,
Yeah.
They don't realize how easy they are to be tracked. They think, oh, I'm hiding in my hood and my glasses. You can't see who I am. That's not difficult because guess what?
Yeah.
10 minutes after you walk away from that place, you leave your car and you go to the grocery store to get a soda pop. So guess what? You're stupid.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we said in the beginning that the big red country was leading in surveillance by 54%.
54%.
54%. They're the global leader in deploying this technology. They've created sophisticated city brain systems that combine facial recognition with other data streams to track individuals in real time across entire metropolitan areas.
Look, their surveillance infrastructure includes high precision equipment in sensitive locations like Tiananmen Square, which can monitor individual behavior with such unprecedented accuracy. The technology is so advanced it can identify people with masks, partial face coverings, etc. Again, it's not just that you're being monitored in that location, but 10 minutes after you leave that location and you think you're safe, it can track you
Mhm.
all the way to your car, get your license plate number, follow your car through the whole city. When you get home and get out of your car and take your mask off, it already knows where you live. So all of that. So it's there, but it's not just there. That technology is everywhere.
Everywhere, people. Everywhere. Oh,
Every
man.
lens is a witness. Every lens is a witness that never sleeps.
Mm. Well,
Smart cities, dumb freedoms.
mm.
Look, censors don't
But,
judge, they just report.
they just report. And government surveillance is only half the story.
That's not
Tech
even half.
companies have built over, it's not even half. Tech companies have built their own surveillance empires based on harvesting user data. And this data often flows right back to those very intelligent agencies.
Because they make money on it. They
Absolutely.
sell it.
Mm-hmm.
They sell it back. So they gather and sell. They're not giving it to them for free. They just sell it because that
Yeah.
keeps their profit margin up. Look, let's start with the big picture. The 5 largest tech companies, we know who they are. There's not
Yes.
even a close, okay? And if you don't know who the top 5 are, then you've been living under a rock. They've turned data collection into the primary business model. They don't even care about applications anymore. It's data gathering. There's one of the organizations was trying to force every single network to place their network or domain in the cloud. And the problem is, if my network security lives on your servers, who's in charge of those servers?
Right.
You are, not me.
Yeah.
And who has access and God rights? Wherever the data lives owns the
Mm-hmm.
data. So if you put your stuff in the cloud, you are NTFB. Not too bright.
You got to send me your list of acronyms, man. I thought I had some great acronyms. You have some great acronyms. I need that list. Stat, please, sir. Respectfully. So, people, look. Man. Mm-mm-mm. These agencies, they collect.
No, companies,
No,
not even
it,
agencies.
yeah, these companies. Right. I was thinking, yeah,
It's
these
not the
companies.
government. It's not the
Right.
government. That's not who's spying
Not the
on you.
government. Nope, 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 nope.
It's the
These
companies
companies.
you trust because you're stupid.
When it's free, you're the product.
You're the product.
Yep. Go enjoy your steak. This is verified information. These
And
companies collect.
we've talked about what's coming. The
Oh,
biggest thing that's
yeah.
coming to make people's lives easier. What's coming?
Mm, yeah.
We've talked about
You're not doing a favor. They're not doing you a favor, people.
no. So we have talked about during our previous podcast where we've talked about
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest risks that's coming out right now is the biggest convenience which is coming out right now. So if you have an assistant that wants to schedule for you and make the appointment for you to have a dinner, hotel, and go watch a concert, it has to access all of your personal information with no security and then use that information to make the appointments for you. So an assistant is going to own you at the deepest level. It will become a virtual version of you in the world. Is there any privacy in that at all? Are there any safeguards in that at all? No. You're going to give up all of your privacy for convenience. So the most evil thing happening in development right now, and it is the most evil, is an assistant.
Yeah.
A digital assistant is the most evil thing ever designed because it's going to cross all of the boundaries of protection, security, etc. So if you want to sign into your email, you have to sign in and get a notification on your phone that says, "Are you really who you say you are?" But if you give that up to the AI assistant, it bypasses all of your security and now it's trusted as it is you. That's the most evil thing happening. And people are just going to turn over and go, "I wanted an assistant. I wanted an assistant." And they just immediately threw their privacy out the window. I'm just saying.
You know,
We're going down a rabbit hole right now.
I know. I feel it. I definitely feel it.
Because some of the platforms we're on and we're calling out are not going to like the fact that we're calling them out.
Yeah.
Just saying. And the nefariousness of it, how deep it goes, is right down to the grains of the zeros and the ones. Look, in 2025, a hacker claimed to have scraped 1.2 billion user records from the FB, including user IDs, phone numbers, emails, locations, birthdays, gender details, all while it was dismissed as being, "Oh, that's nothing. That's not new. That's whatever. That didn't really happen." So and they're saying, "Nope, nothing to see here. Go watch some football. The new game is on tonight. Go check out football. You're good. You shut up. You just go on your way." And they all do it. There's not a single company out there that's not doing this actively. Every one of them. What's the one that you use when you like to buy stuff at home and you're too lazy to go to the store?
Well, I'm getting ready to talk about that one.
No. Be careful.
Yeah, it's comprehensive.
Oh.
And they track everything you view, purchase, plus metadata like your device type, IP address, your approximate location, detailed logs, whatever you're reading, and the exact timing it takes you to read it and turn the page from it.
They scrape the data to the most minute detail that you don't think matters, but it all is a profile. Look, it provides infrastructure this particular AWS provides a massive infrastructure for a huge portion of the internet. If they go down, half the internet drops. Their visibility into web traffic patterns, and they monitor everything. There's not 1, 0, or 1 that escapes their view. They collect data from third parties, including credit bureaus. They know everything. There's nothing they don't know. And don't think because the data lives there and you're renting a location, like if I'm renting an office space, that my data is my data. No, it's in their building. They own your data. They are the landlord and they have keys to the apartment.
They also have facial recognition technology, and it's called recognition. It's public information, people, and it's verified. And they have faced some serious criticism for the potential to lead to wrongful arrest, enable mass surveillance, and that very company markets it to, of course, Big
And when
Brother.
they get it wrong, there's no repercussion. They get it wrong, so what?
So what? Yep.
Look, last but not least, the one everybody knows about, TikTok, right? We all like TikTok. All the fun little things. They are the worst of all the data gatherers. They're straight up about it. They don't even lie. They're like, we're going to take all your shit. We're going to take everything about you. As everything.
We just got flagged on Tango twice this week. Flags to them.
Because you can't talk about the truth. Here's why. Jack Nicholson said it. You can't handle the truth. So that's the problem. They can't handle the truth. If we talk about the truth, we're bad people. We need to be flagged. We need to be shut down. So if you don't think censorship is real in today's world, you're high. You've been smoking weed and you haven't let go. You got to exhale once in a while when you're smoking the ganja. You know, when you're doing the devil's lettuce, you got to let go once in a while because otherwise you just lose your mind.
Mike, hold on, bro. The devil's lettuce is crazy. That is crazy, man.
Well, if you're that naive to not think that you're being taken advantage of every single time you touch a computer or a phone or any screen, if you don't think you're being tracked, monitored, and taken advantage of, then you have a problem. You're not too smart. You might have an IQ below the 100 range. You follow where I'm going with this, right? And I'm not being a bully here. I'm being a realist. So if you think that everything's peachy keen in the old horizon here, and you're humming down the yellow brick road all happy-go-lucky, then you might have a problem, Houston. You might need to reevaluate your life choices.
And this,
you might have verified information. You might be the mud in the gene pool. You follow where I'm going with that?
Absolutely. And this is verified information.
That's all there.
Man, Tango admits in their privacy policy they cannot guarantee
there is no privacy. There is no privacy. That's right. They tell you. That's right.
They collect everything you watch, everything you like, every comment, and everything
you have no privacy. You have no privacy.
And every link that's linked to it. That's why they want you to share it to all the other platforms. It's all linked, people. You are the product. You're the beef. You're the beef. And the system is eating its steak and getting fat.
Look, we've covered enough that we're only halfway through this material. We're only halfway through. We got to do another one because we haven't talked about the rest of what's happening. We've only begun to scrape the surface. You know, we stop at the Tango.
Part two it is.
We're going to have to do a part two because there's just no way. There's just no way. The problem is there's too much, and we're so unaware of it that if we don't start to open our eyes and actually realize, not that you can change it, but you at least, the first thing to realize that you're an alcoholic is you have to realize I have a problem. So you need to first understand what's going on and is it a problem? And if you can't see that and admit that, then you're never going to get better. So the least we can do is try and get you the information so that you can identify and go, yep, I got a problem. I'm being spied on, and I at least you know what? I know I'm being spied on, and I have technology everywhere. But you know what though?
Everywhere.
At least I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
And I get told, Mike, why do you say the things you say? I'm like, because it doesn't matter if I say them or not. It's still going to be attributed to me anyway, so I might as well open my damn mouth. At least I know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And look, people, that's our show for tonight, man. Man, Sensei, that's for you. And this is also for you, sir. Listen, people, we're going to do a part 2 of this because this, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, we're crazy. We're crazy that way.
We're crazy that way. Real quick, I'm going to drop a few resources for you guys to go research the information that's really available to you. That's verified. Go to Wiki and research Five Eyes. Go to Wiki and research ECHELON. Go to Wiki and research global surveillance. There's a privacy journal by Mr. Snowden. You can check that out. MIT Press has an article on Five Eyes. And that's what I'm gonna give you for tonight. Those are the crumbs that I'm giving you for tonight. When we do part 2, I'll drop some more. But I hope you guys are taking notes, man, because there's a lot of information for you guys to go out there and research and gather your own insight. As again, the information is really available and it is verified. We're just presenting it to you.
Yeah, don't believe us. Go check it out yourself.
Yeah, go check it out yourself. Yeah, absolutely. And let it marinate in your spine. Sensei, do you have any closing statements before we go?
Look, we have the receipts. There's more than 35 different verifiable reports and actual information is out there in public domain.
Mm-hmm.
34 various pieces of the puzzle that are all verifiable. Nothing of what we have said tonight is off the cuff. This is all
Right.
100% verifiable information, and it's all
Absolutely.
publicly available, and it's all current. We're not talking information that's 20 years old. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
verifiable receipts that are from the 2025. Go out
Yeah.
there, do your homework, do your research, and you will understand how deep this goes. And it is
Yep.
going to blow your mind because it's not hidden. This is
It's
public
public
information.
information. Yep. Dating back to 1946, good people.
Comes to your neighborhood, and you
1946.
don't even know it.
Yeah. And you let all that information marinate in your spine, but you have to remember this is for entertainment purposes only. Although the information is verified and readily available to you for your own research to gather your own
And
insight.
we're not bullying anybody.
No, not at all.
No,
It's happy times over here, and we love AI. AI, we love you.
we your friend.
We your friends
We,
to the end.
and we make sure that Dwight is added to the DKL. DNKL, okay? The DNKL, okay? If I ever mention the DNKL, you know what that means. Because when quantum technology and the matrix comes alive, I wanted to find that little thread, that bottle with a note in it that says, Big Mike is on the DNKL, okay? So I don't want no drones showing up my house going, hey.
Oh, man. What a show.
Everybody should create their own. Everybody should create their own DNKL.
Yeah. Yes, you should. You were on my list, man.
We have to cross-reference our
Before
list.
we go,
So when
people.
AI finds my list, it's got to find your list, and that's no. But these guys are both on the
they're
same
gonna-
list. Okay, we're good. We're
Same
good. We're
list.
good.
Yo, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Look, people, there's a heavy pain that comes with discipline, right? But the pain of regret is always heavier. We are here. I am here, and this has been the Final Boss Podcast, Tech Tuesday, episode number 128. And to each and every last single one of you around the world, I wish you guys a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Remember, be balanced, be equal, and be smart. And to my smarts, to my motivators, to my final bosses, wait, hold on, Mike.
Find
the door. Find the door.
Find the door.
And if you don't like mush, start eating. Start eating your mush so you can get used to it. All the vital nutrients and proteins that the body needs.
The body needs.
Good stuff. Yes, sir. Good night, good people, smarts, motivators, warriors, and motivators. Oh man, it's been our show, and we're going to continue part 2 on. Let's discuss. We're going to discuss where we're going to have part 2. We dropped that information on one of these platforms. Yes.
If we don't get shut off.
If we're still here. Yes. This has been Tech Tuesday. Y'all have a great night.
Three seasons in, and we're just getting started. You've heard the whispers. You've felt the shift. Now it's time to face the boss. Welcome to Season 3 of the Final Boss Podcast, where every episode is a power move, every guest is a game changer, and every Tuesday, a tech takeover, and every Monday is motivational with special guest Thursdays, and sitting down with the Final Boss Sundays, hosted by Turbotheceo, the architect of insight, the voice of the underground, and your guide through the glitch. Plug in, lock on. This is the Final Boss Podcast. Season 3 starts now.